All.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sorry, like I was not able to come for the class for the last 2 weeks, and from today, like I will not be skipping any of the classes. I will try to finish it off. If needed, like we will have an extra class, okay? That I will let you know later on, like most probably by the next week, Wednesday, something like that, we can have an extra class. But from today, like I will be continuing and I will not be taking any break. But sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so today let start with the theory. So last class I was explaining about the cardinal and ordinal utility approaches. Um, so today we are going to see the theories. Okay, so on that day itself, I said like there are two important theories which supports this. So the very first one is the marginal utility theory. So that is what we are going to see today. Okay, so is my screen visible for you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Um, So this is marginal utility. So marginal utility analysis. Actually, this is formulated by Alfred Marshall, and this theory actually explains again like these are the theories which will be guiding us in understanding the consumer's behavior. That's why we call this model itself as a consumer behavior models, where we will be studying all the theories which talks about the consumer behavior. So this theory explains how a consumer spends his income on certain commodities to attain maximum satisfaction, and how he will be attaining maximum satisfaction. So that is the thing. So and again, as normally I used to say, like every theory, it starts with certain assumptions. Why? Because there are lots of concept which influences a particular economic concept, and if you're going to see the relationship with the everyone, then you cannot understand what exactly the relationship between these two variables are. So for that reason, we make certain assumptions. Based on the assumptions only, we make the theories. So here are the assumptions. Again, like before going on to this assumption, I just want to give an explanation about this diminishing marginal utility theory. Normally, economists believe that marginal utility is a diminishing concept. Okay, so for example, normally this is the example I used to take, but you can take any example, and but with these assumptions you have to work on. So before going on to, I will just ask you certain things, like take it like you're not there, or like online, you're in offline. Okay, you're there in my class. So you know, like if you have like seen the campus, you know that our classes have been shuffled like all through, like it is not in one particular place. So if you are having your class in SJT, like this is a 10 o'clock class, so before this you might have got two classes, it might have got over, and after that now 10 o'clock you're having this class. You are coming, you are just, it might be like you are coming from TT, or you are coming from main building, or you're from any other building, or even from hostel. When you're entering into the hall, like our class is in SJT, so when you're entering into the hall, like if I'm going to offer you a glass of waters, okay, a glass of water, like you can take like 200 ml size of glass, and I'm providing you a water. Like when you're entering, immediately I'm giving water to you. So that time, uh, what will be your satisfaction level? Like how you will be feeling at that time? Yes.
It would be high, ma'am.
You will,
Satisfaction.
yeah, satisfaction will be high. You will be like, I'm not again asking it in a satisfaction level. I'm not giving asking you to give any measurement. Just this, say that how you will be feeling. You will be feeling happy because if you are thirst, you will be feeling happy. You will be saying thank you to me. You may feel that, oh, what a faculty, she's providing water to us. She knows our situation, something like that. You will be feeling. So immediately when you have drunk the glass of water, immediately I'm offering a second glass of water. So that time, what will be your feeling?
It'll be lower, ma'am. Lower than the first thing.
Yeah, lower than the first level, but there can be a condition like you are if you are very much thirst off, you may go with the second one also. But again, as Abhishek said, the level will be lower only. Like you will not be having the same satisfaction that you get from the very first glass of water. Okay, in the second glass, the level will be low, but if you are feeling very thirsty, you will go for the second glass also. So immediately I'm offering you the third glass of water. Then
He'll refuse, ma'am.
yeah, you will refuse. Okay, Preet Ashok will refuse. Why? Because for him it's done. Like he now itself he has come to a point like he is not in need of it. So with this we can call it as a zero level. So your marginal utility is zero. So you are saying that for me it's enough. Like I don't want it. Or some people might be like they can go for the third glass also, but again if you are asking for the satisfaction level, it will be very less. Again now as Ashok said, I'm taking that this is the end of the third point, like third glass itself you are refusing. But again what I'm doing is I'm forcing you to have the third glass, and after my force you are having the third glass because I'm forcing you. But again I'm giving a fourth glass of water. What will happen at the fourth glass of water?
It'll be negative, ma'am.
He will be.
Yeah, it will be negative in the sense you may also force me not to give it. Okay, you may scold me, you may have a argument with me, you may fight with me. If I'm going to force you very hardly, like it will go very hard, like the situation will become very hard and very negative, so there will be a negative impact. So it means that you are in a position of no need of that particular thing, and you don't need anything more. Even a half a glass or even a sip of water is not needed for you. So it becomes a totally a negative concept. So this is what is your utility is. So this is what is this marginal utility is. And marginal utility will be always diminishing. So it will not be increasing. So when you are having it in the very first dosage of anything will be providing you a like a very happy mood, but when it goes on, like when I'm increasing it, then it will be declining. So it will not be, marginal utility will not be increasing for normal commodities. So that you have to keep it in mind. So this can be this theory, you can take it and you can apply it anywhere. Okay, like for example, again if I take another example, you need a blue color shirt. Okay, everyone, like I'm not bothered about the genders, everyone are wearing a shirt nowadays. So you are asking your mom and dad for a blue color shirt for a long period of time. So you need a particular blue color shirt and you are demanding them. So they are also refusing making different statements. It can be anything. So they are refusing it for a longer period of time. But after that, one day, what happens is it is your birthday. So on your birthday, like everyone are planning for a surprise. So your father is coming. First, your father is gifting that blue color shirt which you were demanding for a longer period of time. Okay. So he is coming and he is gifting that shirt to you. So when your father gifts that shirt, again, like the satisfaction level, it will be very high. You will be feeling that like yes, yes, dad, like thank you very much. I was waiting for this for a very long period, like 1 year I was waiting. Thank you, dad. Thank you for remembering and bringing. Likewise, you will be just like you will be showing a joy. You will be enjoying that moment, and it will be a very happiest moment in your life. Immediately, if your mother is coming with the same shirt and she says that I too want to surprise it and I have brought the same shirt, how the feeling will be? Okay, this is what like this theory explains to you. Okay, so when your mom gives the same one, you will not be feeling happy. Okay, you will say that what ma, that dad has brought me this, and you might have talked and you might have decided why that you have made this. Likewise, you will be saying, like, we will not be happy with the second one. So suppose, like, if you have a sibling, it can be a brother or a sister, like if they are also coming with the same shirt, thinking that they want to give a surprise to his like a brother or sister, then again the third dosage you will say that no, why you have done so, why you have made this such a mistake, I don't need any more. Likewise, you will be saying. So the very first one, which was giving you like huge happiness, the same thing when it is done to you, like you will not be liking it, and you will not be preferring it. At least if it is like there is a different shades of blue color, or something like different patterns of, like one being a shirt, another being a t-shirt, and another being some other model of, then at least we can accept it. Otherwise, if it is going to be an identical same product, that will not be liked by anyone. So this is what the consumers mentality is. So they will be like, it will be declining when they are having a same color or same size or same product in their life. They want a differences. So that is also understood by this law of diminishing marginal utility. So if a shopkeeper, if he wants to sell his product to the consumers, what you have to think it is that you have to think it in a different way. He can have a same color, but in different patterns, or he has to make some differences to attract the customers. Why? Because no one is satisfied with the same identical product. Okay, so that is another concept that we are learning from it. And one more thing, this is okay. Like I'm giving example of a shirt. I'm giving an example of water. Even the same thing, like if I take an example of food, all the things will be the same. But if I'm going to give a gold coin, then what will happen?
Ma'am, we'll be very happy to get more.
Yeah, you will be very happy to get more. Like there, you will not say that my marginal utility is diminishing. So if I'm giving you the very first gold coin, happy. Second gold coin, very much happy. Third gold coin, oh my God, like you are in the a peak of joy. So this is what happens for gold, diamond, money, or we call it as the luxurious or precious commodities. Okay, so always you keep it in mind, the law doesn't operates for not only this law of diminishing marginal utility, but any law, it doesn't operates for these type of commodities which is having a luxuriousness in it, or like which is considered as a very precious commodity. So for that, the law will not be operating. So wherever you are giving a example, wherever you are quoting something as an example, keep it in mind that you should not quote a commodity or the services which is having a luxuriousness or a precious concept in it. Okay, so this is common, like gold, diamond, platinum, money, car, luxurious cars, iPhones, laptop. Likewise, if you take like you will not say no to it, like you will be in need of it, you need more of it. But again, um, laptop, mobile, and all same pattern means you will not be liking it. You need a differences there. Like same any brand you can take, Samsung Galaxy 11, something like that. If they are saying Oppo, Renault, or Z, or some branded, like if you're taking, and the same brand, if they are going to give it to you, you will say no to it. Why? Because you need a different brands that is needed. But some luxurious items, car, like gold coin, let it be in any form, you will be accepting it. Money, any form, you will be accepting it. So there is no theories or no economic laws to suit into all those things. But other than that, this is applicable for any other commodity. Like if you want to capture the market, you should have differences, like you should produce differences in your commodity. Then only you can attract more of customers. Why? Because customers are not for an identical product. If that is the case, then there will be a law of diminishing marginal utility only operating to the commodity or the services. Okay, so it's a very simple concept. So this is what is explained here. So the assumptions you can take it. So the utility can be measured in terms of cardinal number system. Why? Because again, utility actually, like I cannot tell what is my satisfaction level, but economists have given a tool to measure it. Okay, so that tool we call it as utils, UTILS, utils. So how we are measuring kilograms, liters, likewise to get a satisfaction level, we normally call the measurement used is the utils. So here we give a dummy values like we can ask, come on, tell me what is your satisfaction level at the very first concept, like for very first unit being consumed by you. So you will give some value. So 30, 50, something like, but it differs for different people. But if the same thing, like if I'm asking you to give a value for the second dose, normally you will not be giving 50 as the value. Why? Because your level has got reduced, so you will be giving 30. So for the third you will be giving 20, 10, and it will give it will go to a 0.0, means the point where you say no to it. So as Ashok was saying, like for the third glass of water he will say no. So that is the level where your marginal utility has reached 0. And even after that, if there is going to be any force, it will be having a negative impact on the consumption. So that is what the theory states. Okay. So randomly, like we can give a value to it. That's why we call it as a like number is being given to it. So we call it as a cardinal approach. Whereas ordinal approach means it is ranking. Okay. That is a different concept. And here the marginal utility of money remains constant. So as we say, for money in the luxurious commodity, you cannot have a diminishing marginal utility happening. You will be feeling happy only. It will remain the same. Happy, happy. Yes, happy. I'm happy. Whenever I'm giving 100 rupees, means you will be for the first 100 happy, second 100 happy only. Like you will not say that, no, I don't want 100 rupees. That will not come for money, gold, diamond, platinum, likewise. Okay, so there it should be different. And marginal utility of every commodity is independent. Okay, it doesn't depends on any other commodity. Like I cannot relate it with some other commodity. That particular commodity only. So I can relate only with water. So for water, what is the marginal utility? It is different for like if I'm giving a dosage of some other thing, some other commodity, the marginal utility for that, it will be different. So every commodity according to its own need, like at that point of time, what is the need, what is the want of the consumer, based on that the marginal utility is determined. So no commodity will be having the same type of marginal utilities, and every unit of the commodity being used of the same quality and the size. Okay, so why this? Because then only we can see it. Like for example, in the water example itself, when you're coming very thirst to the class, if I'm giving a water and the glass size is 50 ml. Okay, first glass is 50 ml, so you will not be like your thirst might have not completed and you will be feeling very thirsty. So the second glass, if I'm going to give 200 ml, what happens is that for the second glass you will be feeling more satisfaction. Why? Because the second glass is filling your thirst. So that second glass will be having a more of satisfaction level. In the same way, like for example, if I'm going to test the same theory with bread, okay, like toast bread or something like that. Bread, I'm taking it off. If it is going to be different, like different in the sense, first one I'm giving it with a jam, the second one I'm giving it as a sandwich. The third one I'm giving it as different types of sandwiches, non-veggies or veggies, something like that. Cheese. If I'm making all these changes, the one which you prefer more, for that you will be providing more satisfaction. Like for example, fourth bread dosage, if I'm giving it as a egg omelette, egg bread, something like that. If you like that one, you will say that the fourth dosage was giving you a higher level of satisfaction. So, and again the size also, if I'm giving the very first one as the smallest size, second one or the third one as the biggest one, the third one you will be feeling a higher level of satisfaction. So all these are differences. So if you're making a difference, then you can catch the customer. If you are not going to make any differences, you cannot catch the customer. So that is the point that we are learning from this theory. So that is what they have taken. So if the theory has to work out, you should have a same size, same quality, same taste, same thing. Then you can really find out whether it is having a diminishing marginal utility or increasing marginal utility. And there should be a continuous consumption of the commodity. Okay, like if you want to study the diminishing impact, it should be continuously done. Like water, if when you are entering into the class, I'm giving you the very first glass of water, and after 1 hour of lecture, when you are leaving the class, if I'm going to offer you the second glass of water, what will happen? The level will be different. It will not be diminishing, because in this 1 hour you might have got your thirst back, and you will be in need of water. So you will be taking it that one easily. So in the same way, like the example which I gave it as a blue shirt, like now this year your dad is gifting you a blue shirt. Next if year, if your mom is going to gift a blue shirt, you will be happy. Why? Because in this 1 year you might have like weared and teared it, and you will be in need of another blue color shirt in next year or after that. So you will be feeling happy, like you will not say no to it. So likewise, if you give a gap, that will not create like that will not show the actual theory. So if you want to really experiment the theory, it should not be given a gap. So immediately if you are going to give it, then that will be proven, like this theory will be proven. And again, what we are learning from this is that, like if you are doing a business, if you want to introduce the same pattern of same design, it should be done after a certain years, not immediately. Okay, so that is what they mean by, like even in the designs that you wear it now nowadays, like you can see that girls actually they will be wearing a floral designs. Floral designs, when I was in my college, it was there. So during that time, I used to have a floral design. After that, the designs, the pattern changed on, and we were changing and changing and changing. And now again, when I'm working, that floral designs is coming back. So again, they will be catching. So that changes we can make it, but we have to wait for a longer period of time and bring that the same old pattern, which will be loved by the people. So this is what is also we are trying to understand from the theory. So the people immediately, if it is given, the people will not like it. But after a long period of time, if you give the same old pattern in the name of a new fashion, it will be loved by everyone. So again, not only dress, any commodity. Okay, anything that taken into account, that should be there. So that is what also we are learning from the theory. Theory, it will explain something, but from that, like we have to get what actually we needed for our own business. So that is your brilliancy in it. So understand the theory and use it wherever it is applicable. Okay. And then suitable quantity of commodity is consumed. Again, as I said, so the size, it should be suitable one. Like if we are feeling thirst, at least 200 ml of water will be in need of. But if you are going to consume only 50 ml of water, means then there is no logic in it, like you are doing the process in a wrong way. So a suitable quantity or suitable size or suitable measurement should be given to a consumption unit to understand really whether this diminishing marginal utility works out or not. And again, like this is a very important thing, so that you should feel that there is no changes in the income, taste, character, fashion, habits, all these things, preferences. Why? Because this influences your consumption. So if it is going to be the same, you can have this study, But again, this is what you have to bring a change in the society to have more of consumers or customers for your commodity. And then last one is there is no changes in the price of the commodity and its substitutes. Why? Because this price plays a very important role in the consumption of anything. Okay, that we will see in the next theory, next theory. So before that, I don't want to touch all those things. But yes, the prices also influences our consumption pattern. So we believe that there is no changes in the prices. So with that, like if you go, this is what the marginal utility is. So here you can see the quantities of tea per cup is given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like without a gap, if they are going to give on, how you will be feeling. So the marginal utility will be, initially it will be high, 30, 30. So total utility also 30 only and the marginal utility also 30 only. So when it is goes to the second dosage, total utility increases, but the marginal utility will be diminishing. So for the second glass of water, what is your satisfaction level means? You will say that for me, the first glass was giving 30 utils, but the second glass has given only 20 utils. So it will be diminishing. But total utility is the addition of these two things. Like I have consumed 2 cups of tea. So for this 2 cups of tea, what is the total utility that I have got? That will be like for the second cup, I'm having 20, and for the first cup 30. So both added together, I will be having 50 as my total utility. So total utility will be initially increasing. After that, it will reach a point, a point where it is same, and then it will start to decline. So here you can see that marginal utility will be declining, but when this total utility is constant, at that time marginal utility will be 0, and after that there will be a negative impact. So that we should not go. So when it reaches 0, it is an indication that you have to stop there, because even after that, like if you are going to be using the same pattern of or same thing, then you will be in a loss. So that negative indicates that you are in a loss. So reaching to negative and then realizing is not a good symptom for the business. So what you have to do it is, like you have to stop when it reaches 0. So that should be there in your mind. So likewise, if it is given total utility, you can calculate it from total utility can be calculated from marginal utility just by adding those things, and marginal utility it can be calculated from total utility just by making a differences of the present unit consumed with the previous unit consumed. So if you make a differences, it will be giving you the marginal utility, and marginal utility always will be a declining concept. This is an example, diagrammatic explanation of it. So marginal utility is declining, 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 declining. It reaches 0 and then there will be negative. So when it is declining, it is an indication that yes, people don't need it. So you have to make some changes. If you are not going to make changes, it will reach 0. At least 0, you have to stop it and you have to bring a change over. If even there, if you are not going to check it and if you are going to have the same thing, then there will be a negative impact on the society and they will not be demanding your product, and you will be in a loss in your production process. So this is how we can relate this marginal utility theory to the reality concept. Okay. So this is the slope of marginal utility, and there are limitations. All these, whatever that we are saying as a what to say, as an assumption, all the things we can criticize it. So that is what is being done. So criticism means that these will be influencing, so it will be influencing. So assuming these concepts to be constant is not possible. So money is not changing, income is not changing, the price is not changing. I was telling in the assumption, no. So all those are criticized. Why? Because all these are changeable concept. So it is not going to be the same one. And here there is a economic term ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus is nothing but other things remaining the same. Like we assume this ceteris paribus is a very important concept in economics, where we state that other things remains the same, other things remains the same. But that is not the reality is. In reality, income changes, fashion changes, taste changes, preferences changes, prices of complementary commodity changes, substitute commodity changes, all these are changing concept only. The value of money changes. Again, value of money also, if you take uh, the face value of money will be 100, but the real value of money will be changing. Okay, so you cannot say like it will not be changing. So all these concepts are changeable concepts, and assuming them to be a constant one is a like it's a concept of criticism. So that is what it has been done here. So all these they are say that these are unrealistic assumptions or this is not possible. Likewise, they used to say. So the next one is indifference curve. So that I will take it tomorrow in next class. So up to this is the law of diminishing marginal utility. So actually what this diminishing marginal utility say is that the consumer towards a commodity, like when it is consumed continuously without a break and without any differences in the product, it will be providing only a diminishing marginal returns to the consumer. So their satisfaction level will be going down. So if you want to attract the consumers and if you want to sell more of your product, what it has to be done is that there should be some changes made in your product. And if that changes is also done after a long period of time, like you can sustain there in the market, otherwise you cannot be there in the market. So this is how this law of diminishing marginal utility can be used in our business to understand the consumer behavior. Okay, very simple theory. So with this, like I will end today's class, but if you have any doubt, you can ask me.